Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 reboot movie was directed by Jonathan Lieberman and executive producer Michael Bay. The running time 101 minutes. I've heard it was 1 hour and 41 minutes film. The budget cost for this film $125 million. Let's not get into the box office numbers. The release date last month, this year, on the 29th, in Mexico City, Mexico. Australia is supposed to come out next month on the 11th. I could be wrong. Here in the United States, a couple weeks ago, on the 8th of this year as well. What do I think about this movie? Is it the best TMNT movie since the first one came out 24 years ago? Or is it worse than Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, 22 years ago? Here's my review, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. Sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves. It's going to be one fantastic ride. Getting my words twisted. I'm nervous. Greatness. Turtles on screen. Christmas came 4 months early in August. When I see those turtles on screen, it made me happy. I wanted to stand up and cheer, but I had to contain my excitement. The personalities haven't changed, not one bit. No, it didn't. Michelangelo and Raphael stole the show. To me, there are tons of nods to the TV cartoon series, including Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation, if you can find it, to 1990 film. Yeah, trust me, there are tons of nods paying tribute to the classics to now. Just be on the lookout for that. Comic book stylized opening sequence and ending sequence. It's awesome. Straight up awesome. Master Splinter versus the Shredder in the Turtles' lair. The fight. Man, it felt like I was watching Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, where Darth Sidious and Yoda were duking it out. Man, that was just great. Oh, man. Oh, boy. And the Turtles had their moments. What was it? The Snow Hill chase, the elevator scene, which every single human being on planet Earth have seen probably, like 1 billion times? That's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's who they are. And they can be quite funny. Yeah, they can be quite funny. Oh boy. Oh, let's get to the stinkiness. Woo! Oh boy, Identity Crisis. Did this film wanted to take itself seriously? Did it want to be comedy? It was just all over the place. I mean, oh boy, oh man. The Turtles and Splinter learn the art of ninjutsu from a book. Yes, they learn the art of ninjutsu from a book. Are you serious? That's where we're going now. Oh, come on, they say 17. It's not that bad. Shut up. This film is just too short. Even though it's the longest film in the history of the Turtles movies. And I'm going to get to it right now. It's the story. It's not the story, but the story's there, but the plot itself, it just... There's so many plot holes in this movie, it's not even funny. I mean, for an example, there's no backstory of Orokusaki in Hamato Yoshi. How do you make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie without the backstory of those two guys? They used to be friends, I heard, but they were rivals and everything. How do you leave that out? That is crazy. You know what I mean? So, character development besides Michelangelo. I mean, Everybody's nitpicking. I'm gonna leave all that for Various Thoughts Volume 87. Trust me, I got plenty to say on that. Leo, Donnie, and Raph, it just felt like they were, one dimensional. Leonardo is the leader. Donatello is the genius. Raphael is a hothead, lone the rebel, and Michelangelo the party dude. You know what? Michelangelo, I'll leave it to that later. So I wanted to see more from the Turtles. The downtime. I mean, look at the first three films in the 90s. Like the first one, the second one, The Secret of the Ooze, and what was it? Turtles in Time. They had a little bit of downtime. You saw them who they are. They were actual teenagers and everything. If they weren't fighting the foot or ninja training, all this other stuff. Master Splinter, oh my goodness, or should I say Splinter Jackson. He treated the Turtles like he's Joe Jackson, and the Turtles are like the Jackson 5, just whooping the kids and, sneaking in. Like, what did I tell you not to go up in the lair, up in the surface, and just using the tail to whoop them and everything. I'm like, damn, chill. I was scared. I was holding it on the seat. I'm like, oh my goodness. Wow. Will Arnett's character, he did his best, but my goodness, what he was completely misused to the point it was just like, what? I mean, the Vern Fenwick is a cameraman from 1987 cartoons. He's the guy that dislikes April so much to the point where he wanted to get the big scoop, the big story before her. This movie, reboot movie, he's a cameraman / potential love interest for April O'Neil. Don't worry, I'll get to her. Don't worry. Keep your clothes on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Turtle fans. Just do that. Oh my goodness, this dude was thirsty for her. I was like, yo, no. The Shredder. Oh, wow. Yeah. The Shredder. Don't get me started. But I'm going to say like this. I'm going to get to the positive for a second, which is called the greatness. He acted more like a villain in this movie than Megatron in Transformers live action movies. I have not seen Age of Extinction. I mean, he wouldn't go down without a fight. He didn't act like a like a little girl, in a better term. He ain't no punk. But other than that, he was just there, He was this empty vessel. I was like, wow. Speaking of April O'Neil, this is the biggest one of them all. Too much April O'Neil. I get the fact that this is an origin story based off of IDW Comics. I get all that, but this movie was like 90 to 97% April O'Neil all day, every day. They just we couldn't get away from her. The Turtles doing their thing, fighting the Foot, fighting Shredder, but somehow, some way, we got to squeeze it in, let on the shoehorn, and just find April O'Neil, what she's up to, like it's a reality show. If I want a reality show, I'd go, leave the movie and go watch, watch the Keep Up with the Kardashians, Real World from MTV. Yay! But Megan Fox did a decent job as April O'Neil. She did a decent job, but other than that, that's how I feel. And a little spoiler alert: she stood up to the Shredder twice. The second time, she defeated the Turtles. She defeated the Shredder. Excuse me. I am not kidding. The Wikipedia.org will sit there and lie to you, sitting there saying, well, with April's help, the Turtles finally defeated the Shredder, who falls off the roof. Yeah, but the one of Leo's swords was kind of impaled, was stuck on the Shredder, and they swing April up and impaled the sword into Shredder and knocked him off. The Turtles been screwed from glory. This is the worst Ninja Turtle movie I've seen in 22 years. It's right next to Turtles 3 and Michael Bay's involvement. Oh my goodness. What do I think about this movie? It's a D. It's a D. The only way it stopped me from giving the F, the action scenes, the greatness level, the plus side. So I'll rank the Turtle movies later on in Verslott's video, okay? That's how I feel. What's your thoughts? Salute!